Well, Las Vegas is known as the City of Lights, and South Point played host to the Western Regionals for the American Contender Tournament. And so many have punched their first ticket to that next step for Globe Life Field. And phenom Dusky Lynn Hall, 11-year-old cowgirl, well, she just may make her way all the way to Globe Life in Arlington. We'll see. And you know what? It's been a long night here in South Point, but we're live in Las Vegas, Nevada. It's the American Rodeo Contender Tournament Western Regional Recap Show. And I'm Katie Kaufman. Alongside me, Luke Branquino, Haley Kinzel, and Casey Field. And gosh, before we even get started, tonight was electric. So many storylines like we saw at the top of the show, and so many million-dollar hopefuls.
Yeah, and we could see Casey and I still have a little dirt on our hats from the South Point Arena, but what a fun night.
Fun night indeed. And, you know, when we take a look at the contenders, these are the top contenders who will be advancing on. And 34 world champions make up this graphics, and 5 American titles here alone. And they're going to make their way all the way to the contender finals, one step closer to that $1 million prize. And who do we see on there? Well, no one other than Casey Field and Luke Branquino, who are typically up here in the booth, but tonight they were in the arena also. Here's Casey Field getting it done.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun. It really was. Both rides, last night and tonight, was so much fun. Come out here. And that's what it was for me. I'm coming out here having a blast. But now I made it through the contender round. It's for $1 million. I got to get to Dallas and mean business.
And Stetson Wright, 8-time world champion cowboy, 14 months on the sidelines, and he looked like he didn't take one day off. He was having a really great time. And Luke Branquino, I can't believe it. You backed into the box and you gave it all you got, Luke. You knew this steer was tough, and you were 4-35.
Yeah, you know, the thing about it is the guys there, they just keep cheering me on and pushing me to get better. And it's all a blur still, I'll be honest with you. That's really a blur because it's been so long since I've done that.
There wasn't near the jiggle there used to be.
Here's 11-year-old phenom Dusky Lynn Hall aboard her horse she fondly calls Wally. They were the only sub-15-second run we saw tonight, Haley.
Looked like true veterans here. I mean, really, Dusky Lynn showed up and gave the most confident performance I've seen from her, and really impressive that she can do that with such great legends in the house like Sherry Servey.
Yeah, without question. And I have to say, Casey and Luke, we were so excited watching you up here from the TV booth, and for both of you to punch your ticket and make it through in the top 5 is really exciting. We're going to get to your run, Luke, but first we're going to rewatch Casey Fields. This is your American Legacy, provided by Tractor Supply Co. Casey?
This was awesome. This was just not very long ago. This horse right here was amazing. I don't know. This ride right here was so clear to me, and where I was in life, and all the moments that were coming up to that ride, and the American, that ride, it meant so much to me, and especially where I was in life, and it changed my life. Again, this rodeo is amazing.
And you're pretty excited to be at Globe Life Field April 11th?
I can't wait. The real work starts now. I've got a lot to prepare. The horses there, yeah, we got on good horses here. But the horses that are going to be at Globe Life are the real deal. They're big. They're powerful. I cannot stub my toe. And so I need to get on probably 15 to 30 horses from now until April to be where I expect myself to be to perform on those type of caliber of horses.
Well, spoken like a true champion. No surprise there. And Luke, when we take a look back at your steer wrestling run, another American Legacy moment presented by Tractor Supply Co.
Yeah, and you know, I've been 3.5 years retired. I've ran, this will be the 8th or 9th steer that I've actually competed on in that amount of time. And it's a blur. I mean, much like you, Casey, I have a lot of work to do to get to where I feel like I need to be to have a chance at the $1 million. I do love my crew up here in the broadcast booth. Haley was just so excited right there.
She was. We were all just so excited for you, and we were a little nervous too. We knew that steer was pretty tough. So Haley, what'd you think?
I was clearly nervous and clearly relieved. I felt like a parent where you can't control anything and you're just hoping for the best out there. But honestly, truly excited for both of these guys. It's been fun to watch their journey. It's been fun to be part of it. And I mean, what other sport do you see them run out of the broadcast booth to run downstairs and make their run and then jump back up here, dirt on their hats, to get back in the booth with us? I mean, rodeo special like that.
Well, rodeo is special like that, and of course the payout is even more special. $1 million opportunity is certainly on the line, and here's Stetson Wright. We're going to take a look at him, another American legacy moment, and my gosh, this 8-time world champ is a champion through and through.
Yeah, and listen, I thought Stetson Wright looked just like tonight, like he did right there when he won that, Casey.
Oh, yeah, he hasn't missed a beat at all. Stetson is the man. He's been dreaming about coming back and coming back stronger, and that's what he's done. All these rides here, both rides were picture perfect, and he even styled them up and made them look cooler than probably anybody else could have. He's a champion, and he's just a stud.
But here's something else we got to consider, too. He made it through in the bronc riding. He still has a potential chance to make it in the bull riding. Now, we all know that that's what he came back doing before he got on a bronc, and he said he's more confident in the bull riding than he is the bronc riding.
Yeah, that's mind-blowing, but at the same time, I wish him luck, but I don't want him to have 2 chances to split my million.
Our million.
We have a plan, yeah.
The competitiveness is really starting to come out here. And you know what? When we come back, we're going to take a look and learn more about these young guns who are hoping to make their mark here at the American.
Live up to it. Live up to the Oregon Trail, the Bozeman Trail, and that lonesome mountain trail with no name at all. Live up to mending 6 miles of fence. Live up to the scars, bruises, and broken bones. Live up to your family. Live up to yourself. Live up to it all. Resist all. We live it every day.
At Tractor Supply, we understand that out here, no 2 days are the same. Some days start early, others end a little late. Some days you're taking things a step at a time, others you're just stepping away from it all. Some days you're caring for your property, others your family. Either way, you're ready for whatever comes next. At Tractor Supply, we'll help you make the most of life out here, no matter how you live it. Tractor Supply, for life out here.
It was pretty cool to get the opportunity to come here, start out high school finals. We had a good week up there.
Wow, maybe the fastest run we've seen in the entire short run.
Yeah, it's very unique.
High school finals gives you a free entry to come and try to go for the Americans. Pretty cool.
It's just nice to get the opportunity to compete against the big kids. Yeah, we're all best friends. I mean, we do pretty much everything together, and it's fun to see each other win.
So I think it's fun because we get the opportunity at this young of age to compete with all the big dogs that go to the NFR and then actually do good with them.
It's a great opportunity. Once in a lifetime opportunity.
Yeah, no kidding.
Well, we are here inside the South Point Hotel and Casino. We can't thank Michael and Palagang enough for rolling out the red carpet for all of us here with the American crew. It's truly been so awesome to be here in Las Vegas. And when we look back at those high school kids and them having the opportunity to compete here, so many of you competed in the High School Rodeo Association, and really a unique opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely. And we talk about that during the broadcast. You know, you get these young kids an opportunity to compete against the very best in the world. And when you can do that with this talent level at that age, you let them experience a pressure that they'd never experienced anywhere else, not only in the arena, but really in life. So it helps set these kids up to have a lot of success at a young age.
Absolutely, and it spurs you on to the next opportunity. Just like through the high school rodeo rank being able to come here, they're going to have their experience here and take it on to the next one, knowing they're more confident, more prepared, and hey, maybe we'll see them back next year. Even if they don't advance on, they're going to be so much more prepared because of the experience under this high-pressure situation.
Well, speaking of high-pressure situations, let's take a look back at their runs here inside South Point.
Yeah, just a great run right here, you know, and they don't advance. They ended up 6th. And he missed his dallies, and that's just a minor mistake that cost them moving on. But these guys, they're going to be a force for a long time.
So much young talent coming up in the team roping. I mean, look at these two guys that you won't know their name just yet, but my gosh, you will pretty soon.
Yeah, Denton Dunning punching his ticket, landing in the top 5, and he is advancing on to Arlington for the contender finals. One more look at him there. And the pressure didn't seem to make him nervous. He got it done.
Yeah, and again, these kids at such a young age, and they come from rodeo families and team roping families, they're in these situations all the time, and obviously seeing the pressure didn't affect them, Casey.
No, heck no. Sitting in the stands and watching your dad or your brother go out there and compete in these pressure situations, and you're sitting on the back of the chutes and you're watching the barrier as a young kid before you even have a chance to go and compete at top level. You come here and you step into it, and the high school rodeo provides you those situations. You can come and compete in these contender rounds and have a real chance at making the next step to winning $1 million. And
well,
it's impressive.
Casey, speaking of competing, let's take a look at the top 5 in the bareback who will be heading on to the contender finals. We have Leighton Berry, Cole Franks, Waylon Bourgeois, thank you. Wasey, and of course Casey Field. And you know, we typically see Wasey in the bull riding. He made it at the NFR just in 2024, and now he's in the bareback pen. Casey, what did you think about the top 5 tonight?
Hey, that was awesome. That was good watching. Leighton, he definitely had the horse for the night. Definitely went out there and bucked the hardest. But those other guys, it was a riding competition. And Wasey Shala and the bull riding, you know, it pays off to be in both events. The way that you got to shuffle your feet and have accuracy where you're putting your spurs at, it pays off. Wasey, he can go from event to event and mean business and compete with the best.
Well, who else meant business? How about the breakaway? It was really fast tonight. Sadie Grant, Harley Pryor, Larry D. Guy, Caden Finnan, and Bailey Gervin. Haley.
Oh, it's such an incredible night of breakaway roping. I really was so impressed with the younger gals stepping up tonight, but you can't count out Larry D. Guy. I mean, when we get to Arlington and the real pressure's on the line, there's $1 million to be won. You have the veteran of all veterans, the woman who brought breakaway roping to the point that it is. So much hard work, and you know that all these gals are looking up to her as well. So I know this just has to be an incredible experience for them to not just compete with her, but win with her.
Yeah, and staying with the timed events, let's take a look at the top 5 in steer wrestling. And Luke Branquino, you're up there in second. You have Justin Schaefer, Eli Lord, Mike McGinn, and Stephen Culling. What is your recap?
You know, it was a great set of steers. Some guys stubbed their toe, and, you know, the start is so important. If you don't hit the barrier, these steers are old enough, they're going to try to get away from you. Either step left, step right, and that makes it tough on your hazer. And the guys that all placed right there got good starts. Mike McGinn is a guy that probably should have made the national finals, and if he continues on this path, I think we'll see him there. But, you know, it was just a fun night. The guys all performed well, and we all know this about the steer wrestlers more so than any other event in rodeo. We all cheer for each other, help each other, and push each other to be better.
Yeah, and speaking of that, how about barrel racing, Haley? It was pretty fast tonight, and, you know, it was no surprise. Dusky Lynn Hall ended up in that top 5, and you have world champion Sherry Servey, Anita Ellis, Paige Jones, and Kristen Weaver-Brown.
No surprise about any of these ladies right here, and I say ladies for all ages. That's the great thing about barrel racing is it's about the horsepower, and you just have to be a really tough rider and a great competitor, and you saw that from start to finish. And I'm so excited for the NFR qualifiers going back. I'm super excited for the young gals, ladies like Anita Ellis, who, I mean, they've had the horsepower and they've had the opportunities, but they're finally going to get their chance on the big stage.
Big stage indeed, and we're just getting started. The road to the American. Well, Western Regional has just finished. We've got a long ways to go before we get to Globe Life Field in Arlington, Texas, April 11th and 12th. For tickets, you can go to AmericanRodeo.com. You don't want to miss not only a great rodeo, but Bailey Zimmerman and Riley Green. We're going to pay off the animal athletes when we come back.
At Tractor Supply, we understand that out here, no 2 days are the same. Some days start early, others end a little late. Some days you're taking things a step at a time, others you're just stepping away from it all. Some days you're caring for your property, others your family. Either way, you're ready for whatever comes next. At Tractor Supply, we'll help you make the most of life out here, no matter how you live it. Tractor Supply, for life out here.
Live up to it. Live up to the Oregon Trail, the Bozeman Trail, and that lonesome mountain trail with no name at all. Live up to mending 6 miles of fence. Live up to the scars, bruises, and broken bones. Live up to your family. Live up to yourself. live up to it all. Resist all. We live it every day.
Well, the West Regionals are in the rearview mirror. Our next stop, Central Regionals and Eastern Regionals, Lexington, Kentucky, and Tulsa, Oklahoma, respectively. And, well, we need to talk about the Resist All rank ride, and it happened in the bareback riding. Leighton Berry aboard Opal Hills. Casey?
Yeah, this was awesome. Leighton Berry, I'm a big fan of this guy right here. I'm a fan of all bareback riders, but Leighton Berry right here, this horse, left, right, switching leads, duck and dive right there. Those first few moves right there in the 4 seconds are hard to spur those horses through, hard to keep your feet moving where your upper body doesn't put pressure on your right foot where it doesn't come. You get set up. Leighton Berry handled that like a champ. That was awesome.
The American Rodeo. Join us back in 2 weeks from the Eastern Regional Finals live from Lexington, Kentucky, right here on FS1. For Luke Branquina, Casey Field, Haley Kinzel, and JB Mooney, and everyone on our crew here in Las Vegas, I'm Katie Kaufman. Thanks for watching the American Rodeo Contender Tournament.